How often is the vlog?
Every day.
Woo! The most important part of a nutritional breakfast is, of course, pizza. Leftover pizza, oh, it's so good. So let's get down to it. I've got to say thank you, sir. Thank you. Saw his vlog, as probably many of you may have done, from it being shared by Cody Warner. It was a light bulb moment because, and I think that was probably the point of it. But it was, I suppose it's that knock-on effect, and I suppose that's what I want to mention today. It's about the sort of, he talks about, the small things, actually owning it, taking action, all the things that he was putting off, get started, get done. Like he says, I'm not going to have to start my diet on Monday, I'm going to start it today, etc. And all those small things, small things that build up that you want to do, and then you get stressed because you're not doing them, and it just gets this sort of mess going on. Whereas if you actually just do them, which is easier said than done, I agree, but actually getting them, just taking action, small piece of action on one thing gets a snowball effect, and you end up doing a lot more than you thought you would. And so his video was quite inspirational, and I sent him I put a comment, he got a nice reply back. Cool, man, thank you. But it's the point and the principle of the fact that just owning it, taking action, just doing it, rather than constantly continually procrastinate, which I'm massively guilty of constantly. And it's just important of just doing it and just taking action and getting it done. And the fact that he sort of started to do it, and then bing, 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 and then Cody shared his video, and boom, huge blow up. And I think that's the point. That's the thing, that when you actually own it and you take action and you do it, then you sort of don't know what's going to happen, and that's the point. And maybe that's the scary thing that may be preventing you from doing it. There's the classic fear of failure, fine, but I'm a big believer in the fear of success. And I always sort of use this analogy often, and I think it's kind of, I think this sums it up properly. You basically imagine if you always wanted to be an author, and you've for years and years and years and years, and just say you're 40. For 40 years you've wanted to become an author, and you haven't. So one way you could look at it is that for 40 years you've failed at becoming an author. You're not an author. So for 40 years you've failed at becoming an author. You're not an author. If you then write this book that's inside you that you want to get out to the world and publish it, however, whether that's traditional publishing or Kindle or whatever, and it sort of bombs and you don't get anywhere, then nothing's changing, because you're still not an author. And I mean, you are an author, obviously you've written the book, but you're still not, say, a published author, a successful author, however you want to put it. But you're still exactly the same. For 40 years, you've not been an author, and you're still not an author. So nothing has changed 100%. So why is that scary? If you think about it that way, it's actually not, because from one day to another, nothing's changed. Yes, you spent time writing and creating and whatever, but that fear of failure, because you've technically failed for 40 years doing it, and now you continue, nothing changes, zero changes. However, if you have failed for 40 years becoming an author, then you write that book that's inside you, that true powerful story that you've got, and it blows up and becomes hyper successful in the likes of, say, J.K. Rowling, and we're talking different ends of the spectrum here, then everything is going to change. Financially, everything's going to change. your friends, how they perceive you and talk to you, and talk about various levels of friends. Real friends probably won't, but maybe those superficial friends who might think you're now aloof or you're this star, and may not speak to you. Relationships could be put into question or under strain because you're meeting new people, things like that. So your life will just turn around completely and hugely change. That is scary because we fear change, we fear, we have discomfort in change, and that is the key. I believe why often we don't take action is because not so much the fear of failure, but it's the fear of success. And whilst that sounds completely crazy and doesn't make any sense, if you think about it in those terms like I just explained, it's the fear of change, and ultimately all we have is the fear of change, or the discomfort in change. And if we've not been doing something and then we fail at doing it, we're still not doing it, so nothing changes. There's no fear. But if something blows up, if something happens, and from one day to another, and it can happen in an instant, whatever your craft, your business, your life, whatever you're doing, creating, from one day to another, something can just click and it gets shared and picked up, and suddenly you're launched. I don't want to say stardom, but you're launched into this different life, this different situation. That is scary, and that's sometimes difficult, hard to handle. Keeping up, and just everything changes, and that is scary. That is hugely scary, and I believe that that's one of the biggest reasons why we as humans don't take action and don't do things. So I wanted to share that today, because I think it's a hugely powerful thought, and it's one that's sort of it's talked about less than the fear of failure. So figuring out who I am has been a sort of a process, and who I am maybe sounds a bit sort of overly spiritual, I don't know, but I think what I want to do, particularly business-wise, what I like to do, is marrying those two together, because it's very easy to get caught up, and I've personally done this, got caught up in thinking, this is what I should be doing regarding home business and things like that, whereas actually it's more important to do what I like to do, what I enjoy, and also what is a natural fit for my personality and what my interests and that kind of thing. And so what this vlog has really helped is it's making me accountable every day to produce something, produce content, and it's not just shoot a quick video. I actually have to shoot the video, think about the video, shoot some B-roll to go with it, and actually come up with a hopefully something entertaining, but it's a creation as opposed to just shoot a quick video, like a Facebook Live, which I used to do, and then it's done. Nothing wrong with that at all, but this, I think, fits with me better, and is making me create and think about the process. And whilst this, I suppose technically the vlog is nothing to do with producing the home business results and things like that, it in itself is making me think about what I want to do, and therefore it has the knock-on effect. So it's kind of the weird sort of backlash effect of doing this is actually I'm starting to sink in my business and the ideas around my business better. So that's kind of weirdly even though it wasn't it was the intention, then it wasn't the intention, and now it's sort of, but it just turns out by complete fluke that it is. Important thing is to do something, take action, get it done, whether it's a vlog, your business, a hobby, anything. Take action, do something, anything, but just get something done. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, leave a like, comment, and if you're not subscribed, please do. I'd really appreciate it. For now, goodbye from me. Goodbye from Jamie.
Jamie out.
And remember, how often is the vlog?
Every day.
Bro, bye.